Oh my god!
Oh, sorry, Wayne. So, turns out, we didn't have to go, it was just Orange phoning me to say my bill was available to view.
We got all the way down the other side of the road, chased this guy all the way down. It wasn't even the guy we were supposed to be chasing. We got in the car and he turns to me and he goes, "It's just orange." And he didn't give me an orange.
I can get you an orange, Wayne. I'll get you an orange. I'm sorry.
You do owe me an orange.
I do owe you an orange. But now we're on to oranges. No, we're not. We're on to brackets and expanding them.
Luckily, we've approached this before in previous chapters, but
Yeah.
this is a chapter on its own, just in case you didn't get it.
So we'll go over it in extra detail here. So we have two sorts of brackets. We have a number in front of a bracket and two brackets. They do the first one first.
It's the simplest of the two. So we have 4y plus 1. It's a nice easy one to expand.
It is. So what you need to do is you need to times everything that's inside the bracket by the thing outside the bracket. So 4 times y is 4y.
Remembering you can't mix those together because one's a number, one is an algebraic expression.
Absolutely. And then times the other one by 4, which is 1, so it becomes 4 times 1, which is 4. So it becomes plus 4.
And then you've expanded the brackets. We'll do another example of this, but slightly harder.
Yep.
So if we have 3 lots of 2y plus 6, it's just slightly harder than this one.
Yeah, you just do the same thing, so you times these two numbers together, and the y becomes 6y, and then again here it becomes plus 18. But Wayne, what if you had two brackets?
Well, we use a method called foils. You
We
might
do.
have used it yourself.
Where f means the first two numbers, o means the outermost numbers, I means the innermost numbers, and L means the last numbers remaining.
But all it really means is that in the brackets, you do the first two together, the first and the last and the first, and the last and the last. As long as you times each reading by
Everything,
each
yeah.
thing, it doesn't really matter what order you do it in.
It doesn't. When I do it, I just take the first thing and times it by everything, and then the second thing and times it by everything.
So it's whatever method works for you, as long as you essentially do 4 multiplications overall.
Yeah. So let's do it.
First
So
times
x
the first.
times an x, which makes x squared.
We did this in algebraic expressions. If you
We
haven't
did.
seen that video and you don't understand, feel free to view it.
Yep. Then we have our x times our 4, which becomes 4x, so it's plus 4x, positive. Then our 2 times x, which is 2x. And then finally 2 times 4, which is 8. There's an extra thing you've got two brackets. It's good to simplify what you've got.
Yes, so x squared is a family on its own.
So that's how it is. But there's 4x and plus 2x. It becomes 6x.
And then 8 is just a number, you add that on.
Yep, and that's quite a bit neater.
And that's that really, that's all there is to it.
That is pretty much all there is to it, yeah. Well, there you are.
I guess I could cook
Brackets.
up a hard example. Do you feel up to the challenge?
Okay, I'll prep myself up.
Okay, this is going to be a bit
Oranges.
trickier.
Alright,
It's about as hard as it can get. X plus 3,
okay.
A plus 4. That's
Ooh.
only slightly harder than this one. You have to bring in your algebraic expressions chapters again, but it's slightly harder, so give it a go.
Alright, so you've got two different families of algebraic term. So we times these two together, but it doesn't become x squared or a squared, it becomes xa, so just, or ax.
Either way around doesn't matter,
No?
but that's the difference
Yeah.
so far.
And then we have x times 4, which is still just plus 4x. Then 3 times a, which is just 3a. And 3 times 4, which is just 12.
So another thing, because this is x and this is a, they're not the same family, you can't add them together. If you try and add them together and get 7xa, that is wrong.
That
That's
is not
the same
correct, yeah.
thing.
And that is as complicated as it gets. The only thing that's different when they do exams is sometimes you get you to do it in reverse.
Yeah, and that's the next chapter. That
It
that
is.
kind of makes sense.
It does make sense.
It's like what you're doing.